What's up, everybody? Joel Norden here, and today I'm doing a quick mini book review on Norylska Groans by Michael R. Fletcher and Clayton W. Snyder. I just finished this, and this is probably one of the better ones I've read this year. It is definitely a grimdark book, which means the setting is super, it's kind of grim, bleak, and the setting is kind of a Russian-based setting. I'd call this almost maybe Russian flintlock fantasy. And I picked it up because it was in the fantasy section, and I've heard a lot about Michael R. Fletcher and Clayton W. Snyder himself, so I was curious, and I picked it up. My only complaints I have about the book is that it's a little light on the fantasy aspects. However, I really don't care by the end of the book. Initially, I was like, oh, man, there's not a whole lot of fantasy stuff going on here. But the story kind of revolves around, like I said, a really grim and bleak setting that's kind of Russian-themed, very Russian-themed. And it is kind of in a society that is like, if you don't work, you die. Essentially, not from government or anything, but from the just not being able to eat. So they're working coal mines and butcher factories and stuff like that. And so it's pretty brutal. If you have a problem with violence or sexual content, this is not the book for you. It is a very, it might be a little over the top at times, but a very realistic setting for what the picture is painting, in my opinion. It follows two characters. So that's nice because I get overwhelmed with too many characters. The writing's great, fantastic. There wasn't a part in the book where I was not enthralled or interested in what was going on. It kind of revolves around these stones. I'd say this is the fantasy aspect of it. It revolves around these stones that can, that kind of soak in memory as well as personality traits. So if you wear them, you get the memories and the personality traits that those come with. I can't remember exactly who puts them into the stone, but there's ways that they do it. They didn't really go into a whole lot of it. They probably didn't go into the detail on part of it. I'm just not remembering. But so essentially, they'd go to work as I'd say a police force kind of, and they'd put these stones on. They'd give them perks to help them in the job. And when they take them off at the end of the day, they have no memory of what they did during that job because it goes with the memory stone. So that was really unique, and that was really cool. However, I say it's unique in a way. It kind of reminded me of, if you really want to simplify it, D&D, a necklace of knowledge or something like that, in a way. In a way, but it was really cool because they could customize the stones, and they do different things. I really love the idea of this. Like I said, I was a little disappointed initially because I'm like, this isn't really a whole lot of fantasy stuff going on besides the stones. And by the end, I was like, this is fantastic. It is not a happy book at all. There's lots of death and carnage, and it does have a little bit of a kind of an investigator type feel story going on, and which I really liked with that setting. Thought that was really cool. Both of the main characters, I'm not going to go into super big details about them, but I'm just going to simply say that I really enjoyed them. Like I said, this all around 5 out of 5 for me. This is really good. The writing's fantastic. I want to see more from this setting. I really do. This was really great. Unique. I've not seen a whole lot like it, but like I said, if you're not into gore or sexual content or adult themes, this is heavy on all those fronts because it's grimdark. And what I do enjoy about grimdark, it shows it's like no humans are perfect, if that makes sense. All of us have shitty qualities, and this is just kind of makes that pop a little bit more, if that makes any sense. But yeah, 5 out of 5 for me. This is definitely one of the better ones I've read this year. Really happy I picked this up. Look forward to reading more from Michael R. Fletcher and Clayton W. Snyder. But yeah, guys, that's my mini book review of Norylska Groans. Definitely suggest checking it out, and it's on Audible. And I'm assuming it's all over the place. You know, you can probably go to Amazon and pick it up if you want to just, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, any of those places. I listened to the audiobook version myself because with kiddos, it's a lot harder to read for me now. So it's easier just on the ride to work, pop an audiobook on and listen to it that way. So that's what I did, and I would recommend it highly. So until next time, guys, I'm Joel Norden, and this has been my review of Norylska Groans. Until next time, I'll peace out.